unconscionable.
One of the women said that she was told by an agent to drink water out of the toilet. These are the conditions that have been created by the Trump administration. These are the inhumane conditions that folks are facing.
Members of Congress speaking out, and I'm joined by one right now, California Congresswoman Norma Torres, who was inside a facility, and Zerlina Maxwell from Sirius Radio, a former Clinton campaign official. Congresswoman, what are you seeing?
Well, I am disgusted by what we saw, continuing to see what I saw 8 months ago, which are, very young children being held in jail cells, which are, the temperature is so low, kids are freezing, and they are in groups taking care of each other. It is unconscionable that we continue to have these horrible images and that Congress continues to be denied entry to these facilities, and we continue to be denied to have cell phones so that we can document for ourselves and for the world what we are seeing.
When you say you're denied, how does that work? I mean, members of Congress are co-equal branch. If you make a request to DHS for a facility, be it in your district or a place relevant to your committee, what happens?
What happens is they say that they are not available for a tour and request a later date. When that date comes around, it's usually canceled or rescheduled for a further date, which is just playing games. That is the bottom line. They don't want us there because they don't want us to hold them accountable for the inhumane treatment and the pain that they are causing these toddlers.
And that is such important context to their claim and what they're saying, which we're obligated to report. The Trump administration says, oh, no, actually, it's just a few facilities that are being selected and then used to tar the whole system. You're saying they're not even letting people look at the whole system. Here was that claim from acting Trump DHS secretary today.
But unsubstantiated allegations last week regarding a single Border Patrol facility in Clint Station in Texas created a sensation. That's balanced somewhat since several media outlets toured the Clint Station and saw the actual conditions there, a clean and well-managed facility and well-equipped process. But frankly, much of the coverage is simply too late and is missing the story.
Zerlina, that was Secretary McCallum within the last week. Your view of that claim?
I just think that it doesn't jive with the photos we're seeing. And I think that, I'm reminded of the time Donald Trump said, don't believe what you see with your own eyes. And so we're seeing photographs of children in cages covered by aluminum foil. And that, under no circumstances, is good conditions, not for any human being. You wouldn't have your dog in a cage like that. So why would you put children and families in a cage like that? And I think as American citizens, we have to understand that this is all being done in our name. And so the tax dollars that are going to fund this, the votes that are going to support these policies, we have to all understand that this is something that we have a responsibility to speak up about and ensure that this ends. And so I'm glad that Congress actually was able to go and tour at least part of what is going on the border, because it is their role as part of the oversight responsibility to ensure that these human rights violations are not happening in our country.
Congresswoman, what do you say to the larger conversation we've had, and we've had experts on about this, that migration does surge, people are fleeing, obviously, real external events that the United States and the President of the United States don't generally control in other places, and that accounts for at least a part of this?
Absolutely. It does account for at least a part of it. But we are a great nation with a lot of resources. You're telling me that we are not able to bring temporary services to alleviate some of the pain that they are causing these children. Additionally, there is no need to separate children from their guardians that they are traveling with. In 1970, a little girl came from Guatemala with her uncle. That little girl was me. Imagine if you fast forward that to 2019, this administration would have separated me because they would not have considered my uncle as a family member. That is what they're doing to these children, so they are causing pain on them that is unnecessary.
I appreciate you sharing that, and you're talking about it, the road, the literal road, and the proverbial one, all the way to landing in the United States Congress, which is a reminder of, as we all know, it's become a cliche to say, but the great strength and pride of immigrants who help lead this country as obviously a nation of immigrants. A fitting note to touch on in a story that obviously, as you've said, has a lot of sadness to it, and we'll continue to cover it. Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.